Hola! Your dream vacation to Thailand starts from 19,999 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
I had a concussion and I forgot their names after that.
Really?
Yeah, I completely blanked out. That was quite something.
That's bad.
Yeah, that was
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
and I'm now that I think of it, nobody took me to the hospital.
Nobody.
Nobody
Nobody asked. Are you
Nobody
okay?
asked
There was a
me,
doctor on call.
Which doctor? I remember during my concussion, hearing during my concussion, hearing
That's a good
"Arey,
start."
we have this set only half more day. We have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
finish this. So in my concussion,
ये change करने का,
I
ये
was
change
like,
करने का.
okay, I'm coming, people, I'm coming.
During the press conference, you said that you wanted to do action, and Aditya Chopra said that we can't put in
Hey,
so
yaar,
much money. on
Aditya
you.
You asked for it
You
now.
just said it.
Yeah, you asked for it.
I want to ask you as a
I did ask for money.
You asked for
They
it.
didn't give.
Oh, you did. Okay.
They refused.
They said you fund your own.
They said we are not giving you the money.
Yeah.
Actors better be easy. Otherwise, what will we make?
Tell them.
If they come in and start throwing tantrums, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, ये अच्छा नहीं है, वो अच्छा नहीं है, then what are we there for? They should direct themselves then.
It had reached that point, and I remember this discussion was almost a breakdown because we had decided to go into production, and it was like the next month, and then again we are like we have to push ahead, and nobody knows till when because her health was such, and because Sam was so locked in everyone's vision, especially directors since they worked with the Sita because she's written for her. It just I also couldn't think of anyone. Like everyone was paling in comparison.
Actually begged them to move on, and because I really did not think that I could do it. It's a funny thing about strength is you realize it when you hit that rock bottom, and when you have like nothing to lose. I get a hate tweet. I try not to look at that hate as, oh, am I this person or did I do? But I'd rather look at them and say, they're finding a way to self-soothe. I would have taken much longer. I would have succumbed to my situation. I wouldn't have had anything to fight for to come back up. And it's because of the faith of the people sitting here that I am here today.
They say that any form of art is a collaborative process. I'm sitting with 5 amazing collaborators, 2 of them being very, very secure artists and individuals, and 3 amazing storytellers. Welcoming the entire team of Citadel Honey Bunny with me only on Galatta India. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. Where did you search this from? Google.
I am a writer, and you have been knowing me for 10 years
Yeah, but
now.
I'm wondering, so you've really gone up in your writing. Very well done.
You know,
I'm praising you
can
now.
say something.
I'm praising you.
You said I
How
googled
nice.
it. How is that a praise?
No, I thought maybe
He
you.
meant to say Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Chat GPT? Rubbish.
What to tell these 5 guys?
You know that this is gonna go on Reddit and they will really feel that it's
They'll
true.
be like 2
Oh, you have a
amazingly
Reddit thread?
secure.
They are
because
so
I support
cute.
people, so
But
I'm
at least
paid.
AI thinks they're the
Whose
most
work have you
secure
plagiarized?
actors.
Huh?
AI thinks that they are most secure actors.
Yeah,
Stop
no,
it.
but I do
using
feel that,
as
and you know it,
slang.
right?
It's
You know it.
Open it.
Things happen. DK is playing a song while you're interviewing her.
Sorry.
That's
Just
amazing.
record all this, huh? ये सब जानना
This is not counted in my time.
No, it is. Something's wrong. DK, you're listening to some track, huh?
And why do you have so many apps open? Okay, sorry.
No problem, no problem. But I want to ask you first, there have been long conversations that I have had with you, because when you guys make
You
a
have long
project
conversations with everyone.
with you
no?
also, with you there are personal conversations, deep personal conversations.
Raj is just feeling, why did I sit here? Because every time I sit here, everyone asks me. The first
No, but I want to ask both
Okay,
of you
tell me.
first that
Yes.
you work with so many actors, but having Samantha and Varun, who are amazingly secure as individuals, not just as actors.
And good
How
human
does-
beings.
Good human beings, of course.
You're
That
not
is-
going to go seriously this interview.
You
can't do
He's
serious
going to
questions.
troll me and bully me
This is
throughout.
not going anywhere, this interview.
But that's great. Okay, chalo.
You're
But
not
how
going to finish one question.
Yeah, I can.
let him
Okay,
finish
sorry,
it.
sorry,
How
sorry.
important
Okay.
is it for filmmakers like you guys?
You really want to know
work
this?
with easy actors?
Easy actors.
How
Easy.
important is it?
Yeah.
Actors better be easy. Otherwise, what will we make?
Tell them.
If they come in and start throwing tantrums, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, ये अच्छा नहीं है, वो अच्छा नहीं है, then what are we there for? They should direct themselves then. So yes, I'd like to work with easy actors like these two. And all the people we are working with, anybody we choose is because they are coming for the passion of it.
Yeah.
Really?
And to see, Otherwise, thank you, bye bye.
Yeah.
We'll figure out. DK will act.
And Raj will act.
We have in-house.
He has acted anyway.
No,
Yeah,
I'm-
he to act.
yeah, but thankfully, every actor we've been working with so far have been very easy to work with. What
Yeah.
you're thinking about yourself.
No, I'm just saying, to what
Who
you're
throws
saying.
tantrums
Yeah,
nowadays?
he doesn't seem to buy that at all.
If you don't buy it, I don't think we'll work with them again. So once you've done it, you're like, okay, it's very hard to work with them.
And in
I'd
today's
like to
day,
tell
which
my
actors are
stories.
throwing tantrums? You have any? You want to
He
say
knows
some
some
gossip?
gossip.
You heard on something happening on certain sets.
You are
Just
all
tell
his
us.
non-paid.
Very chalu you are. You know who all are throwing tantrums, so it's fine. You have industry
Are they your
gossip before
friends?
it comes to me. Not really.
Some of them.
Some of them,
One, two.
some of them are actually friends
Ex-friends.
also. That's true. But coming to both of you, this is an out and out action series, but it's got a lot of emotions. I watched the first episode. So it starts off on an emotional
But
note,
what
right?
skincare are you using? Why is your skin like that?
Skin's looking lovely. That
Bengali.
glass. That
I
was
mean,
that
it
glass
is looking
skin, that
like
Korean glass.
yeah,
skin.
much. It's looking like that Korean.
Korean glass
Didn't
skin.
finish the question.
What was your question?
Just ask him questions.
No, my question is,
No, but I seriously, you have a new skincare routine?
oh,
Are you
I
in
have
love?
no makeup.
No makeup?
Are you in love?
Sure.
I'm in love with myself, yes.
He's following
Just
her
like
morning routine.
Okay, poor guy,
so-
his time will run out.
Yeah, exactly. No, coming to the
So, yeah,
question.
you watched the
Yeah.
first episode. What
Yeah,
you
I
watched?
watched the episode and I felt like it's an interesting mix of action and emotions because it starts off on an emotional note, right? I want to know that when you talk about action and when you talk about the one-ers that you guys spoke about, how difficult was the action because you did it yourself, right? So how difficult was it and how many injuries did you guys have through the process?
You had injuries, no?
I
You
had
lucked
some
out?
scratches and all that.
Ah, okay. I had a concussion. And I
That's
forgot their
good.
names after that.
Really?
Yeah. I completely blanked out. That was quite something.
That's bad.
Yeah. That was
No, that's bad. That's
and
bad.
I'm now that I think of it, nobody took me to the hospital.
Nobody.
Nobody
Nobody even asked, are you
Nobody
okay?
asked
There was a
me.
doctor on call.
Which doctor? What
You
doctor?
don't remember because you
You
were
don't because you were
concussed.
Yeah, you don't remember anything. Actually, we took you in a helicopter, put you in ICU, got you fixed, and brought you right back to
I
set.
remember during my concussion, hearing
During
my concussion, hearing
That's a good
"Arey, we
start."
have this set only half more day. We have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
finish this. So in my concussion,
ये change करने का,
I
ये
was
change
like,
करने का.
okay, I'm coming, people, I'm coming. Then I remember the stunt guy was in front of me, and I was like, what is the first? What am I doing? And then they were like, okay, cut. Not happening.
Oh, shit.
So then.
No, I obviously had some bruises, some bruised knees and ankles and all that stuff. So a lot of icing was going on, painkillers and all that. But yeah.
I always felt this and I've said it out aloud that you're one of the most commercially viable actors from our generation, right? Today, during the press conference, you said that you wanted to do action and Aditya Chopra said that we can't put in
Hey,
so
I
much
wrote-
money on
Aditya
you.
You
Chopra
asked
haunt
for it,
you
You
no?
just said it.
Yeah, you asked for it.
I want to ask you as a
I did ask for money.
You asked
They
for
didn't give.
Oh, you did. Okay.
They refused.
They said you fund your own.
They said we are not giving you the money.
Yeah.
No, but I know how it might have felt for you because you try to garb all of it. But did it bother you because you've always been there, like to be a commercial?
No, 100%. But see, there are different levels of commercialism. Now, if Adi sir is making films with super duper mega stars like Salman Bhai and Shah Rukh sir, and Hrithik Roshan, so then that budget is going to be way more. I mean, I'm not delulu that I'm like, my budgets are going to be the same like theirs. I have to obviously work myself up to that level. But try करने में क्या जाता है? So I tried while playing badminton. I asked him. And what I actually meant from that story was that I kind of learnt an insight that how much of an effort, how much of a team, how much of money financially it takes to make a film of that level, of that grandeur. It takes money. It does. And it's a risk. You can only take a risk if with someone who is that viable. And I'm okay to know right now I'm not. But I know I'm trying to work myself to become that way. So hence that when this happened and this was the universe and these were the people involved and this was the vision. More than anything, see, obviously I can for sure tell you that the Indian budget of Honey Bunny will not be able to match what is being made in the West. We don't have the same budget. But
Absolutely.
quality, technique, art, passion, on everything, I think in India we've pushed the envelope to lead over there. And I think that's testament to me working with such talented people. That sometimes where you don't get the budget, talent makes up for many of those
And
things.
that brings me to the question for both of you, because the Priyanka Chopra Citadel version, the international version, was made on a huge budget.
How much?
And 2,000 crore, is it?
2,000 crore. Say it in
2,000
millions.
crore, yeah. 50
Couple of millions.
50
No, lot of
million per
millions.
episode is what I read. So
Wow.
dollars.
Really?
That too, so which is
No.
2,000 crores. I think what you guys have delivered, because I have had that conversation with you, right? Do you feel that it's going to change the dynamics in a better way? Like what you can deliver in maybe 1/10 or even 1/20th of that budget. And I've seen the first episode. You guys have not compromised on the quality at all. Do you think that it's going to change the dynamics
Of
How
of
you are achieving
filmmaking
action.
internationally, nationally? Because this is this is a global franchise.
we've I don't know about others, but we've always been doing that.
Yeah.
Like The Family Man was a minuscule budget compared to what we are at, but then you push the envelope and really try to do action that was not even scripted, for example. So I think I don't know, we just get greedy as filmmakers, and that's all we have money with. So it's always, how do we invent something out of this? How do we create more than what is given? Is what we've always done. I think that comes from being independent filmmakers to start with. That's all you have. Our first film was $60,000. That's all you have, but you have to do an entire feature film in it. And action has been fascinating for us ever since the first film, 99. We've always had action. Go, go, go on. We always had action in it. But we never had the money. Go, go, go on is like 5 crore film. Where do you do so much action in it? But it's filled with action.
Yeah,
So how do you do it? You have to think of inventive, independent ways to do it. With whatever budgets we have for Citadel, we still go back to those roots to figure out how do we do a one-er. We don't have any special equipment like Americans or Westerners do, like Western filmmakers do. They invent
Ways.
mechanics. They win technical Oscars for it. We have our brains and our drive to think and say, how do we do the same thing without the equipment, without the money, and in 1/4 of the time. So you think of new ways.
So many people have asked me also and asked them also how we've done that shot where Sam and me are going on the bike and then we duck and the bike goes flying. How have we done that?
Really?
So so many people asked.
Oh, by the way, the question was asked. Joe Russo asked DK, how did
So
you
how
guys
did
do
you
it?
guys
I
do
want to
that?
learn.
And I'm like, trade secret.
Oh, you didn't give it. It was sweet of him to ask, how did you guys do that shot?
हाँ
So-
थोड़ा बहुत तो लोगों को बताना भी जरूरी है ना. हम Indians are capable of doing anything and everything यार. हम
See,
लोग बहुत अच्छे हैं
we
जुगाड़
do-
में.
Jugaad.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
say,
yeah.
we are Jugaad filmmakers, Jugaad action. So without the budget, you can still make it look good, is my point of it.
You were saying something.
He promised to steal the bike chase in one of his next projects, Joe Russo.
Absolutely. Please do that. Please let them do. Coming to you, this series had come at a juncture in your life when you were raring to go and willing to prove a lot of things to the audience. I want to know that there are moments of helplessness that you have also been through, right? How much does this add to that moment where I know you're a fighter, but how much does this add to that? Because you were going through a really difficult time medically when you were shooting for this.
Right.
And it could have gone either ways because your health was not.
Yeah,
at
I
its
actually
best.
begged them to move on, and because I really did not think that I could do it. I was very sure that I couldn't. I begged them. I remember like begging, saying, please. I even in fact
You did
said,
pass on it initially.
I
You
said,
had
I
to,
sent
yeah.
like, look at this heroine, like she's so amazing. I sent.
Yeah.
You had like 4 options.
I
remember
sent,
this
I sent 4
conversation,
options, 4 other were like, she will kill it, please, I beg you, I can't do this. Because I was really not well. And I don't know, now to think of it, and now the fact that I'm watching this, I'm just so glad that they didn't. I'm so glad that that somehow I found the strength to be like, okay, I'll do this, and I can do this. So I feel like, even before the verdict of this is out, I feel like this one I am going to give myself a just pulling through.
Yeah, I mean, I should give credit to Varun, everybody for that matter.
No, everyone, not
Yeah,
only me. I
everyone
think Amazon,
waited and
we
was
all-
patient.
Aparna, that time,
Everybody
everyone,
was,
everyone.
because we had a really crafted character. We knew the skill set from the Family Man season 2, and we knew that it was a right balance for Samantha to do it, but then she wasn't well, and she didn't need more time, or she didn't know she needed more time, but we are
But
all
I'll tell you
willing
this,
to.
I'll tell you this, since I don't keep secrets. There were a lot of people who did want to do her role also. There were a lot of people who did want to do her role.
Of
but,
course, it's
but
Very very practical. I'm
Yeah.
saying, practically speaking, of course, we had to cast another person.
there were, because it had reached that point, and I remember this discussion was almost a breakdown, because we had decided to go into production, and it was like the next month, and then again we are like, we have to push ahead, and nobody knows till when, because her health was such. And because Sam was so locked in everyone's vision, especially directors, since they worked with the Sita, because she's written for her, it just, I mean, I also couldn't think of anyone. Like, everyone was paling in comparison. Like, we didn't know who, kaun karega yaar, kaise karega, kya I mean, they
Action
would-
skills, because we really didn't want to cheat, in action especially, and so we wrote it like that. Even once we cast Varun also, Varun was the only person we talked to and cast and locked. So there was, and then once we do that, we start curating the character more for the actor. Till then we write it blank, right? So once you curate it to an actor, it's very hard to replace that actor. True. So yes, it was remembering those few months of.
And as much as you would not like to believe this, when I knew that you're doing it, please ask him someday what I told. And I said that it's going to be a very good experience because he's a very, very, very nice person.
Did he say this?
I said this.
He said,
please.
why Varun?
Bye, Varun.
What rubbish! What rubbish!
Must have said, take
I
this
had
It
guy.
was some other show of yours.
This guy is my friend.
I said
Take
it was
him.
some other show.
No,
coming
he
to
was
you.
like I love Varun.
I love Varun.
And he's like full romance, expression, love
No,
poured
romance
out.
to me.
Not romance, love poured out.
Is it in the first episode? The little.
Yeah. But that is not for me. That's for others to watch.
Oh yeah, that's there.
That's there.
You
That's
didn't
there. I spoke about it.
you were
But you can appreciate it at
He's
least.
my brother.
But so your brother can't have a...
Yeah, but very good. Amazing. Good guts, man.
Clap for that at least.
I was telling them.
What did you shut your eyes?
No, I didn't shut my eyes. What rubbish.
So then you saw?
He just kept saying brother.
Brother. Bye.
Bye.
But I have to ask you this because last time when we met, this was during again Amazon Prime Fuzzy interviews when I was actually going through autoimmune as well. Like
Oh.
I had urticaria, and they were talking about strength. I want to know, where did you derive that strength from? Because a lot of my mental strength at that point, because there were times when I was doing interviews and I was breaking into rashes and I couldn't stop. I got it a lot from you. I really did get a lot from you. Where did you derive that strength from?
I think that it's a funny thing about strength is you realize it when you hit that rock bottom, and when you have like nothing to lose, right? And you, if you think you have problems, you actually none of my problems were even a patch on when I hit that real rock bottom, and then suddenly when you do, I think that actually people who face struggles, a lot of struggles, are actually pretty lucky because they get to, I believe that I have learned most from those times rather than from the good times and the successes. I learned to be to who I am today because of what I learned from the bad times. I've become the person I am today solely because of the bad times. So sometimes when I hear people, I'm going through this, I'm struggling, unless it's like really like they need help, I'll be like, just go through it. Trust me, this is good for you. It's really good for you. It just unlocks something in your head that is quite beast-like. And so I can't complain for it.
I want to ask both of you as actors that there's the hate today gets amplified so much on social media. And I think like even if there are 25% more people loving, unfortunately the voices are curved because the negativity is so loud, right? does it bother you guys as artists? Like sometimes you have to be so careful, anything can go wrong, anything is written, does that ever get to you, both of you?
Get you as in the sense, that's why I think celebrities, actors are so shielded today. We would do so many interviews before, we would have so much fun, if you remember. Not that I have any problem with anyone like that. I get along great with all of you all still.
Yeah, that's
with
true.
you still on a one-on-one, we are great. But you get a little bit on the back foot क्या, because आपको पता नहीं है कि आप जो बोल रहे हो वो लेके घुमा के क्या हो जाएगा. And not to say that media is doing that. People are doing that.
Yeah.
Social media is doing that. It's not even, so now if this content is not even yours now anymore. This content can come on social media and become something totally different if it's spun around by someone else. It's not that you want to put it like that, someone else will do it. So the narrative is not even lying in the creator's hand anymore.
That's true.
So that is the scary thing.
I think once I shifted my thought from myself to them, like when I get a hate tweet, I try not to look at that hate as, oh, am I this person or did I do? But I rather look at them and say, they're finding a way to self-soothe. There's something that's going on
With them.
that they have this need. Like once you send out that hate tweet, right? Something, you feel a rush or you feel like there's some soothing that happens, and then it becomes a
cycle.
Yeah, a cycle. Like they, okay, that rush has gone down. Let me send another
You feel it gives like a
tweet.
dopamine kick?
It gives you a kick. For that second, you feel better about yourself, right? So I do
For that
feel,
millisecond.
For that second, when you send someone that
But
hate,
it's not sustainable.
it's not sustainable, but not everybody has access to friends to speak or therapists, or you can't really, sometimes you can't even articulate your sadness or your anxiety, and then you find, okay, there are a bunch of these hate tweets, they won't even know that it's me, let me just send it. And then so I do, when I turn that around and to think about the person who's actually sending this hate and what they must be going through as well, then it's not so bad.
Honestly, for me, I've just become very result oriented now with what I'm doing.
But you were always like that.
I was always like that, but then I started caring a lot more. Now I'm just result oriented. I'm like, we've made a great show, I feel. We've all put in hard work. November 7th, it's going to be out. All the episodes. Watch it and tell us what you feel.
And people
And
are
I think
gonna
it's
love
good. And I love my fans and I want them to see it. And now they are going to tell us the verdict.
But at the same time, when there's hate thrown at you, there's a lot of support and love. An entire industry came together, actually different industries came together, media, films from different regions came together to support you. Do you feel that love? Do you feel that sense of support?
Of course I have to, I must. I appreciate it and I recognize it. The reason why I'm sitting here today is because this group of people didn't give up on me. And it is their love and their faith in me that has made me come out of this. I would have taken much longer. I would have succumbed to my situation. I wouldn't have had anything to fight for to come back up, and it's because of the faith of the people sitting here that I am here today. So of course I'm very aware and appreciative of support and love, and I can recognize it when I see it.
And thank you for doing this. Lots of love. I know that this is gonna put us on the global map in a beautiful, beautiful way. And I know that as filmmakers, you guys have always tried to push the envelope, and as writers and as storytellers, you have also done the same. I hope that we have a longer conversation post the success of this, where we actually dissect a lot of it, because we couldn't speak about it because of time constraints. But we were supposed to play a game, which we can't because of time.
So can we just get the gifts
I'm gonna
instead?
give you the gifts.
Thank
okay?
you. Also, this jacket is reflecting a lot of light. Are you sure you got it? Are you sure you will be?
You want it? I can give it to you.
I don't mind.
What is in that?
What is it?
So
You baked
this is
something?
for
Pizza.
you.
Did you make something?
It's
Did you
from
bake?
my friends at Gulbonda. These are
Wait,
customized. These
Oh,
are with me
wow.
for a lot of time, for a
this
really,
is-
really long time. And this is the gift that I'm gonna give all three of you. Because
Wow.
it was
Wow.
supposed to be a game, but
Oh,
this
dearest
is for
Samantha.
I
on
love
behalf
this.
of you three.
I'll share it.
So basically, Varun, that's
This is
a
amazing.
miniature version of you,
Natasha.
Natasha, and your dog. This was
Oh,
at
that's
a time
me
when.
too.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Wait, 1 second.
And this is about all your
That's
characters from every
This is so cute. I love this.
Wanda, you need to take a look.
This is it. Very cute.
Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
cute.
That is for everyone.
And Joju.
Thank you. Aw.
Hola! Your dream vacation to Thailand starts from 19,999 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.